Break it down.
Welcome to America's Home for Inspiration. I am Dr. Inspiration Tommy Watson. I send you greetings from the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. Did you know that Charlotte, North Carolina was actually named after Queen Charlotte of Great Britain, hence the reason they call the city the Queen City. So that's your one interesting fact for today. However, on another note, we're going to talk about the word influence today, because influence is something that we all encounter at various parts of our life as we go through our day-to-day interactions with our kids, our significant others, our employees, our colleagues, customers. It's used in every aspect of our lives. So the question becomes, when we're looking at influencing others, is do we take it from a head or heart approach? Do we try to influence others by using the head approach or the heart approach? Now, we had a chance recently to see influence at its greatest in action in an unfortunate situation that was getting ready to take place here when an Atlanta shooter entered into a school armed with an AK-47 and 500 rounds of ammunition. And during this time, he came across one, Antoinette Huff. And Antoinette Huff had to make a split-second decision on influence. And she had to decide at that point in time, was she going to try to influence this young man by the head approach, which would involve making threats and letting him know how big a trouble he was going to be in for this potential act of violence? Or did she take a heart approach, which involved validating this young man's feelings, sharing a piece of her own struggles, and letting him know that things were going to be okay? By now, we all know the approach Antoinette Huff took, and it was very, very successful. She looked at the heart and influenced this young man to back down for this potential heinous activity. Now, when I worked management with McDonald's Corporation, I got a chance to work with two mentor managers, and one had an approach when dealing with employees that involved intimidating them by letting them know that he was the boss and that he could fire any of them at any point in time, and that they need to do what he said, and that was simply it. The other had an approach that involved the heart, and she was involved with building relationships on the front end with a lot of employees, and all she had to simply do was come to work and state the goals and objectives for the day, and people worked hard and went above and beyond. I got a chance as a principal to see the same thing with teachers, who often took a head approach and would tell students that that they had to work hard simply because they had failure over their head. And there were other teachers who actually took an approach that involved the heart and looked at the young man or woman and talked to them about the value in education and built relationships with them. Now, I'll tell you that both the head and heart approach are both very important. However, research shows that if we want to be very, very successful in influencing others, we want to start with the heart approach. So here's two tips on how to do that. First, you have to be able to validate one's feelings. When I go out to speak around the country, I'm coaching clients, I always start with their point of pain and connect with them on that level and begin to validate where they are, and then begin to take us to a journey to meet the goals and objectives. The second thing we do if we're going to influence other ones by using the heart is a simple strategy and approach, and it involves just simply smiling. Smiles are contagious. When we smile at others, they get this warm sensation inside and they feel good. So we each have to find a reason to smile every day, whether it be with our significant others, our kids, our students, employees, or colleagues, or customers. When we smile, others smile. For other tips on how to influence the heart, please go to my website at www.tawatson.com. That is it for now. I thank you for your time, and as you're looking for your next speaker and coach, I ask you please keep me in mind. Be inspired. I look forward to seeing you next time from another location. Be inspired. Take care.